The September 23rd, 2025 meeting of the Planning Commission is now called to order. I'd like to ask everyone to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Secretary, when you are ready, would you please call roll of the commissioners?
Mr. Sutton.
Here.
Mr. Bess.
Here.
MacArthur.
Here.
Mr. Williams.
Here.
Mr. Buss here. Mr. Lurk is excused. Mr. Hogan.
Here.
Ms. Lurkins is excused. Mr. Keller.
Here.
Ms. Turner.
Here.
Mr. Sweeney.
Here.
Ms. Hall Batali.
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. That is 7 commissioners present, establishing a quorum for our meeting this evening. The next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes in the August 26th meeting. At this time, asking for a motion and a second to approve.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Buss. We have a first and a second for approval as submitted. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved as submitted. The next item is the public comment section. So if you were here this evening and have any questions or feedback for the commission that is not regarding anything on the public hearing agenda, this will be your only opportunity to provide that feedback. Anyone online? Okay, moving past that. We do have 3 public hearings this evening. The first is file number PC-2025-28, which is a conditional use permit for outdoor dining. At this time, asking for a motion and a second to open the public hearing.
We open the public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Keller. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're now open in our public hearing. Ms. Hall Batali, please proceed when you're ready.
Sure will. This is a request by Alex Zuba for a conditional use permit for outdoor activities to allow for outdoor seating and dining at 921 Arnold Commons Drive restaurant, a restaurant within the C4 Commercial District as provided in the Arnold zoning ordinance. Here is the site. It's a 1.32 acre parcel located at the entrance of the Arnold Commons development. It's a separate outlet parcel from the main shopping center. The site includes dedicated parking, driveways, landscape, and accessible via Arnold Commons Drive. The site and business existed prior to the rest of the Arnold Commons development that was constructed in 2008, and the building recently sustained damage during the March tornado. Due to the zoning review, review during that permit process, it was identified that the patio dining did not have the required conditional use permit. Excuse me. The zoning is C4 Plan Commercial, and to the north of Highway 141 and to the west of Old Lime Ferry roads, the area is R4 residential. And the future land use map is zoned commercial. For all conditional use permits, we analyze the 4 criteria. Criteria number 1, consistency with good planning practice. The proposed outdoor dining space fits the zoning ordinance definition of outdoor dining area. A porch or patio deck or walkway or other areas that's not within the interior building walls. It provides a use for the patrons to consume or purchase food and beverages. By code, this requires a CUP. Due to the tornado damage and the vacancy, the nonconformity of no CUP must be brought into compliance by Planning Commission approval and the building repairs made per permit requirements. Therefore, it is operating by city regulations. And the restaurant and outdoor dining in this vicinity is consistent with the zoning code and comprehensive plan. Criteria number 2, not detrimental to the district. The Pasta House has operated at this location, longstanding business here in Arnold. It's maintained and operated in such a way not to infringe on development itself or the surrounding areas. And to further secure the capacity and access for the patio, the CUP is conditioned for approval based on the building commissioner and fire marshal's approval to ensure safe egress to the restaurant patio. Criteria number 3, visual compatibility. You can see the photos here provided by the applicant for the existing established patio. And criteria number 4, the outdoor dining at a locally owned restaurant is substantially consistent with review requirements to be essential and desirable for the city. Staff findings as reported supports and recommends the approval with 5 conditions. The Pasta House Company restaurant patio shall be established and operated according to the attached site plan. The outdoor seating capacity and access to the patio shall be approved by the building commissioner and Rock Community Fire District. And the last 3 are the boilerplate conditions that we use for all CUPs. That concludes my staff report, and the applicant is here this evening too, if there's any questions of either of us.
Thank you, Ms. Albatelli. Commission, any questions for staff?
We're just replacing the old outdoor.
Actually, it's in place right now, the patio, but there was damages to the restaurant, and it was vacated because of those damages. So when it comes through with the permit review, we do a zoning review, and we could find that there was not a CUP for that patio. So it pre-existed maybe the zoning code, or sometimes things like that gets missed. But at any rate, they're coming into compliance with this application. And your approval, of course.
Any other questions for staff? Does the applicant wish to make a presentation or just be available for questions?
I'm ready for questions.
Thank you, sir. Any questions from the commission? Thank you. Okay, at this time, asking for a motion and I'm sorry, before I move forward, any members of the public here have any questions or comments regarding this application? Okay. We're going to consider this during an executive session, so now I'm asking for a motion in a second to close this public hearing and to open up the public hearing for file PC-2025-29.
So move.
Second.
You record that however you want. I have a first and a second to close the first public hearing and open the second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. We are now in our public hearing for our second item, which is PC-2025, which is another conditional use permit. Ms. Turner, I believe this is your presentation.
Thank you, Chairman. This is a request to bring Opportunities Without Limits, also known as OWL Therapy, which is an existing autism therapy and early educational establishment, into compliance with CUP requirements. The location, 3685 West Outer Road, is on the stretch of West Outer Road that is between Vogel and Elm, just north of the 7-Eleven on the edge of town. The black line is showing the city limits in unincorporated county. This inset picture in the top right shows the street view of this property from a couple years ago. On the zoning map, this location is within a C3 commercial district, backing up to a creek with adjacent commercial on either side facing the roadway. On the 2011 future land use map, this area is shown as Merrimack Greenway in the middle ring of a commercial node. Despite the Greenway designation, the 2022 Bike and Ped Master Plan does not show any proposed trails or other improvements in this area. Here is pictometry from February 2024 showing the property, where West Outer Road is at the bottom of the slide and the creek or rear is at the top. So the proposed conditional use for this property, which is currently operational due to a miscommunication when they opened, is a behavioral therapy clinic for young autistic children with additional pre-K and kindergarten services, which has the children for 4 hours at a time in the morning and afternoon, typical for pre-K and kindergarten establishments, the applicants have a couple changes that they intend to make to the site, which includes a fenced area directly behind the building to create a secure and enclosed playground for the children, and adding additional parking spaces to the sides where the space is available. To briefly touch on the CUP review criteria, 1, shown here is a site photo of the building in use as OWL. The 2 use categories of the business, a clinic and a nursery school and day nursery, requires a CUP in this district by city code. It is substantially consistent with the district and the comprehensive plan to provide therapeutic and educational services in commercially zoned areas along well-traveled corridors for the convenience of residents and public. 2, reviewing agencies had no concern with the proposed CUP, and staff found no records of note related to issues for OWL since it opened up earlier this year. The site has generally been used as a multi-tenant structure, but OWL is utilizing the entire building as a single tenant. So the parking currently satisfies the need for multi-tenant, which is a higher parking need, but the applicant is proposing additional spaces on top of that. A condition of approval is recommended to ensure that the existing and new spaces meet all standards for space length, width, aisle width, etc. Enclosing the playground with a privacy fence will be a safety upgrade for a therapy clinic serving young children where there is a shared parking lot. Staff recommends a condition of approval to also install a dumpster enclosure while fencing is being constructed on the site. Besides these items, landscaping satisfies code, and the applicant has expressed a general interest in cleaning and improving the site, which should have, of course, limited to positive impacts on the district and surrounding properties. 3, the only change that will be visible from the public view shed is the dumpster enclosure and updates that have already been made to the existing sign that you can actually see here. That top sign used to say Tiara, now it says Opportunities Without Limits. Of course, the changes in the proposed conditional use are visually compatible with the area. 4, behavioral therapy and educational services for young children with autism is a rare find, and it is a desirable and necessary service for residents in Arnold and the surrounding community. Based upon the findings made in the staff's report, we recommend approval of the requested conditional use permit subject to the following conditions. First, that the clinic and nursery school be established and operated according to the submitted plan, basically their proposed playground and such. 2, that the existing and proposed parking must meet dimension standards. 3, that the dumpster will be enclosed and all fencing is complementary to the building per code. 4 is a general condition to ensure that there are no impacts on surrounding property owners from the therapy clinic and pre-K activities. And then 5 through 7 are our general boilerplate conditions for all CUPs. And this concludes the staff's presentation. And there is a representative of the applicant here if there are any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Turner. Commission, do you have any questions for staff? Yes, Mr. Buss.
The fence.
It's proposed to be a privacy fence, so 6 feet.
Thank you.
Any other questions for staff? I just have one question on the fenced-in area. It's a play area. Is there going to be any kind of a playscape or a playground that needs to be reviewed by staff, or is that not something we're concerned about?
It's not necessarily within the scope of review for the fence. But if the applicant has any additional information on what will be built in the play area, they can add that.
Okay, thank you. If the applicant's here, do they wish to make a presentation? Yes, if you want to make a presentation or answer any questions, all we ask is you please come up and state your name and your address for the public record. Thank you.
Just wanted to, well, hi, I'm Nicole
Put
Galvan.
down, honey, and talk in.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Is that better?
That's much better.
Okay, yeah, I'm quite short. So my name is Nicole Galvan, and I work with Opportunities for Limits, Without Limits, excuse me. The fence playground area, well, nothing will be built in there. It will just be like, plastic playground stuff. It's just a space, a safe space for the children to get some fresh air,
Sure.
And then also the sign was a wonderful update that we were able to complete already. And we're just really grateful for the opportunity to serve autistic children in our community and non-autistic children as well.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any
Sorry.
questions for the applicant?
Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
good.
Did you had? I don't know.
No, we're good. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, this is
great.
my first time. Can you?
No, that's okay. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. There's nobody online, correct? Okay, great. So we'll go ahead and I'll ask for a motion and a second to close this public hearing and to open our final public hearing of the evening.
Second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second to close this public hearing and open up our final public hearing. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great, we are now in our third and final public hearing of it. And this is file number PC-2025-30, which is a conditional use permit. And I believe Ms. Hulbatali, you are going to be presenting this.
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
This is, as you said, a request for Fox School, an off-campus classroom. The request by Dr. Tammy Cardona for a conditional use permit for a vocational school to allow off-campus classrooms at 2116 Tenbrook within the C4 Commercial District. Here you see the site plan. The existing building has been in place, constructed in the site since about 1975. The site includes dedicated parking, driveways, landscape, and is accessible either via Tenbrook Road or Jeffco Boulevard. The Fox C6 School District has a program called Bridges. The program currently operates in the basement of the central office. The reason for the request is to allow a move from the central office to have more room, including offices, and a place for the program to call its own. Here's the zoning map. It is the actual parcel, part of the parcel, and the tenant space is C4 plain commercial, and same C4 to the south. To the north and west is C2 commercial, and to the east is R5 residential. The future land use map is shown as mixed use downtown plaza and townhomes. As with all conditional use permits, we analyzed the 4 criteria. Criteria number 1, consistent with good planning practice. The school district can use an already built infrastructure and building instead of building new, which is a good fiscal responsibility. The students are allowed to be at, it also allows for the students to keep close to campus while utilizing existing SRO nursing staff and after-school programs for the students. The building and tenant space is fully developed as a commercial site with ample parking. And as analyzed in the staff report, it has good access and great proximity to the high school campus, which makes a logical and strategic location. Criteria number 2, not detrimental to the district. The plan is 4 classrooms that will have 10 to 15 students per class, supervised by 1 adult teacher in each classroom. The space also will house the counselor for the alternative programs, as well as dean of students that oversees the daily operations and the coming and going of students. The start of the day is 7 a.m. and the students arrive around 6:30 to 6:45, and the bulk of the students leaving the space at about 10:30 to 11:45. The vocational classrooms will operate during normal school hours and be managed by the high school staff. The use will not have detrimental impacts beyond any of a typical high school facility. In fact, the classrooms will likely have lower intensity than the existing commercial tenants. And the operations surrounding the businesses will not have negative impacts, and so long as the zoning requirements and conditions are met out, or are met. Criteria number 3, the visual compatibility. The photos here are for the existing front, the tenant space. It's not shown here, but it's intended probably to have a sign, so that'll be the only change you'll see. Criteria number 4, the program allows students to continue to work towards their graduation requirements in a smaller setting, and supports high school students with valuable education that enhances career readiness and promotes workforce development. Staff finding in the report supports and recommends 4 conditions. The vocational school shall be established and operated according to the site plan, and our 3 boilerplate conditions here, as we have with all CPs. That concludes my presentation, and the applicant is here this evening as well.
Thank you, Ms. Hulbatali. Commission, do you have any questions for the staff?
I do.
We'll get Mr. Best and then we'll get Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I was curious, do we need another crosswalk on Jeffco? Will students be going over to the high school?
They will be dropped off, to my understanding. That's what it's been explained, that they'll be dropped off at the location. And there
Okay,
will be some that drive as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Williams?
Well, the thing that I'm just curious about is that basically the Bridges program is in the basement of the offices across the way, and they're moving over here. Is that right?
Yeah.
That kind of justifies the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions for staff? Any questions for our applicant this evening? Anything you'd like to add? Let's go ahead and state your name and address, please, for the public record. Thank you.
So Dr. Tammy Cardona, I am here representing Fox School District for the address of 2116 Tenbrook. Our alternative program is working in the basement of central office right now. We have 4 classrooms. This is a great location for us because it's close. Most of our students do ride a bus because we service both Fox High School students and Seckman High School students. So we have a bus that brings them from Seckman and they drop them off. We do have several students in our Fox side of the campus that still walk, so they may utilize the crosswalk. We have several students doing that now. This is a great opportunity for our students. Most of these students are students who are lacking in their graduation requirements. Our district requires 24 and a half graduate credits to graduate. If these students fall behind from not passing classes or attendance, this allows them to be able to catch up with those, which is why we have a shortened day. Most of them leave around 10:45 because they have jobs and other things. These are students that are trying to fast track to get to out of school. And so we help them with that, get them caught up on their credits. And so this is just a great opportunity for us to be able to do that, still keep them close to campus where we can still utilize delivering meals to them, having our nurse that can facilitate, and using our SROs that visit the building.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. We will now move on to our next item, which is other business. Do we have any updates on the comprehensive plan?
Not at this time.
We close that?
Well, I was going to close the regular thing after that, but we can close it now. Sure.
No.
No, it's a good. We'll close it.
You're the boss.
No, I'm not the boss. I'll ask for a motion in a second to close that public hearing now.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thanks for keeping me honest, Del. Now we're moving into other business. Is there a update to be shared on the comprehensive plan?
Not at this time, although I will mention, just as kind of a forewarning, we don't actually have any proposals or applications for the either October meeting, although there might be something on for late October. And so I'm hoping with that extra time that I will be able to get an update for you all
Great,
next time.
thank you. All right, I'm now asking for a motion and a second to close our regular session and open our executive session.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a first and a second to close the regular session and open the executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. We are now in our executive session. We have no old business on the agenda. First item under new business is file PC 2025-28, which is the conditional use permit for the Pasta House outdoor dining. At this time, entertaining a motion and a second for approval.
So moved with staff conditions.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Second.
Well, we seconded it a long time ago, buddy. We got the second.
Why are you asking for a third vote?
Well, I'm not. All right, we have a first and a second. Any discussion? All right, I'll ask for a motion, I'll ask for a roll call for the approval.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
Mr. Best,
Yes.
Mr. MacArthur,
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Bush, yes. Mr. Hogan,
Yes.
Mr. Keller.
Yes.
7 yes votes, motion passes. Next is PC 2025-29, which is the conditional use permit for the therapy clinic. At this time, asking for a motion and a second.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hogan.
You're welcome.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Was that made with conditions?
Was made with conditions, wasn't it, Mr. Hogan? With conditions?
The conditions. Always with the conditions.
So we have a motion and a second for approval. Any discussion? Okay, Mr. Buss, when you're ready.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes?
Mr. Best,
Yes.
Mr. MacArthur.
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Bush, yes. Mr. Hogan
Yes.
and Mr. Keller.
Yes.
7 yes.
7 yes votes. Motion passes. Next and last on the new business side of the agenda is file PC 2025-30, which is the off-campus vocational classrooms conditional use permit. At this time, asking for a motion and a second for approval.
So move.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any discussion? Mr. Buss, when you're ready, please.
Mr. Sutton.
Yes.
Mr. Best,
Yes.
Mr. MacArthur.
Yes.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
Mr. Bush, yes. Mr. Hogan
Yes.
and Mr. Keller.
Yes.
Thank you all. Motion passes. Next item is a department report. Anything from,
Not any additional announcements that I haven't already made.
thank you. Anything from our city attorney?
No report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Mr. MacArthur, do you have a report from the council?
The only thing is, I think we're getting really close to getting a new city administrator. We're getting down really close, I think, so hopefully that'll happen, and then we'll get moving right along to try and get a new
Development.
community development director. So hopefully, been a lot of work, and a lot of time trying to find it. I think we got a pretty good candidate for that, hopefully here for too long too. So I think that's about it.
Thank you. Any of the commissioners have any announcements this evening?
No.
Go ahead, Mr. Bess.
No.
Okay. I just have one quick, I apologize for my absence. I told Mr. Bookless at the beginning, 2 years ago, that my life was going to be crazy in 24, 25, 26, and 27. My professional life has gotten me all over the place, and so I've had to miss more meetings than I wish to miss, but I apologize for any inconvenience, and I want to thank Mr. Hogan for filling in my absence. So I just wanted to announce that. At this time, asking for an adjournment. First and a second.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
I'm gonna put it
Good night.
in envelopes. You can put yours in now real quick.
Mr. Hogan, you gotta sign that one. That's yours.